I'm going to try this live stuff. Let me send out a notification. Hey y'all. I'm sending out a notification, of course. I just want to make sure YouTube is not going to flag my video for no reason and take it down. But I will be upset, okay? Hey guys. Hey. Let me get the link so people can join. And I just come against technical difficulties in the name of Jesus right now because ain't nobody got time. Okay. Let me send out a notification. Okay. How y'all feeling? Happy Thursday. Okay. Hey y'all. I figured I'd get on live even though, listen, I'm improvising. I actually just found out, y'all, that my boyfriend was able to get me some relaxer because his mom used to be a hairstylist, so she has like a connect with, I guess, like an official site for ordering relaxer because I could not find any perm on the internet. So I just found out that that came in. So hopefully this weekend I'll, like, you know, be back to feeling like myself. Because, honey, y'all don't even want to know what's going on up under here. Okay, let me tell y'all what I did. Because my YouTube, I tell y'all, yeah, and so I call myself, I never wore the wig a lot because it's like a frontal, and I struggled with gluing the frontal down. So I cut the hair off the wig, and I was trying to make a cap, and I ran out of hair. So right now, it's a whole, all this is kind of missing up top. That's why y'all don't really like, but this one, y'all got it in a little bun. And I'm gonna get my relaxer hopefully this weekend. And that's gonna be that. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. But I wanted to and just come on here and do like a little hey. I'm starting to remember some of y'all YouTube names because you comment under my videos. Hey girl. I wanted to come on here and do like a faith talk Q&A. So basically, if you guys have like any questions about your walk with God, I will do my best to answer. I don't know it all, but you know, I know a little something, something. So yeah, that's just what we're gonna do. How y'all been feeling? You can insert your questions if you get any, but hi, Tiffany. Hi. I've been doing great. Very great. I've been spending time with the Lord because if you guys don't know, we just got off the business boot camp with the society, and God has just been dropping. Okay, He has been dropping just business ideas in my spirit like crazy. And I'm like, hold up. All of this is great, but which one do you want me to do first? Okay, which one? So yeah, guys, I've seen some people came in. If you have any like faith questions about your walk with God, put them in the comments. We're just going to be talking. Boot camp was lit. I didn't even know what to expect from boot camp. Like, I knew the lineup was lit. Like, I knew they was going to bring it, but boot camp, like, it was everything. Girl, me too. I'm trying to get this I got my workout. That's what I've been doing, y'all. I wake up and I put my workout clothes on because that inspires me that I'm about to like work out. So I actually have my workout clothes on right now. And I bought a jump rope. So I've been jumping rope and I'm recording the process because I want to do a video on my like jump rope weight loss experience. So yeah. I actually didn't try them yet. I need to though. If you guys are coming in, do you have any like faith related questions? Don't be shy to put your questions in. Anything. This is a platform to help and uplift and inspire each other. But yeah, basically I was saying the space that God has had me in lately, he's just been talking, revealing, and answering. Honestly, I feel like I'm starting to see a lot of the harvest of those tough crying moments with him and just like God, what's going on. I feel like he's starting to reveal. So I hear you talk a lot about worshiping. How do you get in the mode of worship? I have a hard time shutting my mind off. Like I just want to worship God at home outside of praying and reading. That's a great question. So for me, I call it, like my quiet time or whatever. So mainly, most of the time I do that in the morning. And what I do is, girl, I be tired in the morning. I like to wash my face, brush my teeth, and, make myself feel alive before I try to even get into God's presence. I don't want to get in his presence like dead tired. But what I have been doing when you feel like you have so much on your mind, there's two things. I start off with some instrumental prayer music where it's no words, but it's just like that calm instrumental prayer music. And I like to just close my eyes and breathe in and breathe out. And I will sit there and do that until I feel like my mind has finally quieted down. And I talk myself through it if I have to. So that's one thing, putting on the instrumental music and just breathing in and out and doing that until you feel like, okay, I'm not thinking about dinner. I'm not thinking about 1,000 things I have to do. And another idea that I do sometimes, like if I'm really struggling to get my mind centered, is I'll brain dump. So I'll put on that music, right? And then I'll get my journal, write brain dump, and just dump out all the things that are on my mind at that moment. And once I get that out, put the journal away, come back, and do those breathing techniques again with the music. So that's what works for me, personally. Because listen, there's 1,000 things that goes through our minds. Life is happening, like it's so much. So it definitely takes practice. And sometimes it might take you while you're just starting out longer than usual to get your mind to a place of like, okay, I'm not thinking about anything, like God, this is my time with you, our moment. And then the more you do it, the faster you'll be able to get your mind centered. How do you start reading the Bible? I'm new to reading the Bible and I don't know where to start. So, first thing you want to do is get yourself a good study Bible. And I have a life application study Bible. I think that's what it is. No, mine is, Apply the Word Study Bible. But I do want to get the life application study Bible because I heard that it is amazing. And honestly, I feel like different things work for different people. I always tell people to start in the New Testament where you're learning the story of Jesus. That's like, Matthew, starting with the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, all of that. But then also pair that with Psalms or Proverbs. But then some people, they like to start from Genesis. That didn't necessarily work for me, but starting at the New Testament is with Psalms or Proverbs, and then read it in a what's the word? Dang, a version, okay, that you can understand. So for me, when I first started, I like reading the New Living Translation. I also suggest the Contemporary English Version. That is very easy to understand, and the Amplified Version. So you want to be able to understand what you're reading. Let's be honest, the Bible is a hefty book. And sometimes, even me, I'm like, God, what's going on? But it makes it easier if you read it in the NLT, um, CEV, or AMP. See, some people, it works for starting from the beginning. Test out both of those ways and see which one, you like. Or even another thing is, some people start by looking up certain books of the Bible that speak to what they're going through. So maybe you want to start that way. I'm out of breath, y'all. I don't be breathing. Have you ever had an experience where God told you to wait and be still? If so, how did you respond? And what advice do you have for people who are in that similar situation? Yeah, so that sounds like your waiting season, sis. And I actually just did a presentation on the waiting season in the society, and God actually told me that I need to create a whole curriculum on the waiting season for people. So I'm going to be working on that. But definitely, and it was very hard for me because the waiting season is crazy. I was going to record a video today on the waiting season. The waiting season can be very tough mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, because you feel like you're ready. You feel like maybe it's happening for other people. So why do you have to wait? Why do you have to be still? Why isn't it happening right now? But the best thing you can do in that situation is be obedient if God is telling you to wait and be still, because you don't know what's on the other side of that obedience, but He does. And the waiting season is your upgrade. Okay, I'm gonna do a video on my YouTube channel on the waiting season, but of course, since I'm creating a whole curriculum on it, it's only going to cover certain things. But it's a whole lot that goes into the waiting season, and how you wait is extremely, extremely important. You can't just think about yourself and your emotions, which I was doing at one point, and I had to get back to the basics of my relationship with God, knowing that He's my Father. And all right, if He's telling me to wait, it's a reason for it. You know what I mean? And I don't know everything. I had to humble myself. Kavaya, you don't know everything. But if He's telling me to be still and He's telling me to wait, then there's something on the other side of that. And I think that we kind of have to just talk ourselves through the waiting season to remember what God says about it. And if He's telling you to do that, sis, listen, be obedient. Don't go ahead of Him. Please don't. I've been there. I've done that. And it gets you nowhere at all. But I'm going to do a video on the waiting season. This hat a little tight. Do you struggle with friendships? For me, I've been on my Christ walk, and I feel like everyone is on their own journey, and I do not judge, but I feel like you're either in or out there. There is no in between. So for me personally, I've been rocking with the same best friend for about 14 years. However, I have had people who have came in and out of my life, but I never really struggled with friendships. It was like I kind of just fell off with people, if I can be honest. Like we were on two different paths, and it's like it's okay. We're like there's no bad blood, there's no hard feelings, but we're going two different ways. You know what I'm saying? And I think that for those people, though, when you feel like someone, like you said, you don't want to judge, and you don't have to be like rude about it or super judgy about it, but it's just the fact that maybe we're not, I don't know, the word is like equally, I guess, compatible or something. Like y'all are just going two different ways. Like you're going this way, someone else is going that way. And like I said, it doesn't mean that you have to treat them any different. Maybe you love that person, that friend from a distance now, or you can't necessarily do the same things that you used to do. Like my friends know I'm not going to the club with y'all. That's not my scene anymore. The Holy Spirit will start showing me spirits and stuff, and I don't got time for it. I'm not that friend, but they'll call me for other things. You know what I'm saying? And then I still have friends who like aren't necessarily where I am, but we are still friends because, they're good people, but they may not be as spiritually mature as I am. And even the way they talk when they're around me will be different. Like I was hanging out with my friend a couple weeks ago, and she was like saying some curse words or whatever. And she was like, "I'm sorry, I know you're like churchy." And I was like, "Girl, like it's okay." Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I don't slip a curse word out now and then. I don't have a potty mouth, but just letting her know that, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be change who you are around me, but you are. But it was nice to see that, like, a friend respects me enough to know that I'm gonna I'm gonna address how I am when I'm around you, or change. I'm sorry, how I am when I'm around you. I don't know, y'all. You think it's better than this, and that's it. I just don't do things. Yeah, see, and it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate when people feel that way, because it's like, I really don't think I'm better than you, but I'm going a different way now and I don't do that anymore. And I feel like that's just a painful part of that process. Losing people. It is hard. That is really hard. I would just continue to pray for them, and even continue to pray for yourself, that God doesn't harden your heart against them. Yeah, that's hard. I've never experienced that though. The second study Bible. Oh, the life application Bible, I think it is. Let me look it up for you. Yeah, life application study Bible. The yeah. Any more books in the making? Definitely. I'm not working on a book. I'm working on some ebooks right now. I think I want to do a prayer book though, with different prayers in it. Mhm. So I have a video on my YouTube channel on tips on studying the Bible. You should definitely watch that. It'll answer that question for you. We suggested, honestly, you have to test out what works for you. I suggested starting at the New Testament, but I know some people who start at the very beginning. I know people who start with Psalms and Proverbs. See, Tyronda's reading in chronological order. You have to test out different things and see what works for you. Any other questions, y'all? Ooh, my foot. I'm so happy. I've been seeing so many people doing the spend the entire day with God and doing prayer walks. And y'all, that makes my heart so warm. Like, I'm ready to do it again. I'm ready to do it again. Oh, I missed the question. Hey, Kels. Hey, I didn't even see. Okay, I missed some stuff. How do you fight the urge of sex? Are we just cutting those people that tempt us off? If you're waiting to have sex until marriage, then yeah, if they're not like she said, if they're not respectful of that boundary and respectful of the decision that you've chose to make, then that's not someone you should probably be taking serious. You can just say, like, hey, based on, what I've decided to do in my life, I don't think we're compatible. I'm I'm very blunt sometimes. I think we should just be friends. Sometimes guys though, you can't even say that because they take that friend thing and think that it's gonna be something else. Yeah, they have to respect your boundaries and the decision that you've made, sis. So you want to keep those conversations probably limited, but y'all gonna be it's not gonna work. Y'all gonna be unequally yoked. You know what I mean? Um, you can also watch. I'm trying to think. I think me and Caleb talked about that in our Why We Are Waiting video. What we do to know when we feel tempted and stuff like that. You have to know, okay, boundaries have to be put in place. They have to. It'll be sometimes where I'm like, all right, you gotta go. You gotta go home because I'm hot and this ain't gonna work. You gotta go. If we gonna keep this agreement that we made under God, you gotta go home. What's the best platform to start an ebook? Girl, I use Canva, and I know a lot of people be like, Canva, no, but I mean, for me, it's the easiest and it works. I use Canva. Um, oh, you and your roommate went on a prayer walk? Yes. It's just like amazing. Definitely. You got to start the work within yourself, especially if you feel like you have some things in you that you haven't like fully dealt with, or you feel like it's still parts of you that needs to be purified, whatever the case may be. You definitely have to start with yourself. That's where it starts, with you and God. But the beautiful thing about that is that he transforms, he heals, he saves. Okay, y'all, I can't. I really can't with myself right now. Oh, Jesus. Oh my gosh. Okay. Can I tell y'all this? I don't know. Can I tell y'all this? Um, Me and my best friend have a candle line coming, and I'm so excited. When I tell y'all the candles smell so good, I'm a candle person. You guys can still submit your questions. I'm just talking. They smell so good, and I cannot wait till they are available. If you love candles, sis. Yes, Jessica, listen, we are rooting for you. It's going to, I wish y'all could smell it through the phone, computer, whatever. Like, they smell so good. I love candles. I cannot wait. Light a candle when you finish cleaning. And me now, I love candles, but I also have a candle warmer that, like, it just illuminates. Is that the word? The room. You got to get you a candle warmer, sis. It's amazing. You just put the little wax melt thing in there. It melts and it just so good. So good. Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait till they come. We ordered them today. It was like I just cannot wait. But yeah, y'all, like, what's going on? What is going on? I'm ready for all this to be over. I'm a homebody anyway, but like I just want to like go to TJ Maxx and Marshalls and smell candles. I really do. Okay, so let me tell you guys so this ebook that I'm working on right now. Like, what are your thoughts about it? Because I was in my quiet time, and okay, I don't know if. Oh, that's a good question. What's the first thing I plan on doing after quarantine is over? Okay, like when it's over, like when it's really, really safe to go outside, like really safe, because I'm gonna give everybody a little while. I'm gonna go see my nephew, without a doubt. I'm going to see my nephew. I miss that little boy so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, I was saying, okay, yes, in my quiet time, okay, tell me if y'all can relate, right? I was having moments where I'm good. God, I know what you've created me to do. And I'm passionate about this. I've seen some of the fruit of where this can take me, but then having moments where you doubt that, and where you compare yourself to other people and feel like you should be further than where you are. Like, you have good moments where you're completely confident, you're on fire, and you're good. And then you have those moments where it's like, dang, like, why is this happening? Why am I even feeling like this isn't for me, or why am I even comparing myself? Like, why am I dealing with that when I already know what God has called me to do? Can anybody relate? Can anybody relate to that? Let me know in the chat. I want to read exactly what I wrote. Basically, I was writing in my journal, like, is there ever a content feeling? Because I would have these moments where I was like, good, but then go into these moods where I would like doubt myself. And I'm like, why am I doing that when I know what God has called me to do? So as I brought that to God in prayer, because I was like, God, where do these moods come from? Or where do these random feelings come from when I just start to doubt it all and I start to feel like it's not going to happen for me, or I start to compare myself to other people. Okay. And he gave me the answer. And I was like, wow, I need to put that in an ebook. And so, yes. So God gave me an answer, and I just was like, wow. I'm not really going to tell y'all what he said, because I want to put it in the ebook and I really want to break it down. So that actually is the first thing that I'm working on, how to deal with those moments, or not even deal with them, but how to like cut those moments off. And so when God responded to me, I was just like, wow, you're right. You're right. So I'm breaking it down and I'm putting it into an ebook. I don't think it's going to be too probably the end of this month, in the next couple of weeks or so, I'm going to put that out, because I was like, I can't be the only one that feels that way sometimes. And so God was really dealing with me about that. And so I'm going to create an ebook about that. Like, when I tell y'all, I was like, you're right. You're right. He checked me. Let me go back in the comments. Yes, I'm loving it too. All your Christian conference might be canceled. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was supposed to speak at a school this month and it got canceled, and I was really sad about it. It was for that y'all heard of Pinky Promise? It was like a Pinky Promise group at a school. It got canceled. Y'all, I don't be breathing. I'm currently at school with a bachelor's degree, and at the same time, reading season guys, and so to be consistent. I've been struggling with how to priorities. Yeah, I would just go into my prayer time, and really be like, okay, God, I need the specifics. You want me to be consistent in my ministry, so can you also tell me how? Because if that's what he wants you to do, he's also going to tell you how. The Psalms 32:8 has been my go-to scripture lately, which says the Lord will guide you along the best pathway for your life. Can't talk. He will advise you and watch over you. So God, your word says that you're going to guide me along this pathway. Your word says you're going to advise me through this thing. That means he has to counsel you and he has to tell you what to do. So if he told you to be consistent, I would say, all right, God, let's have a day where we just talk about the details. Dedicate like half the day of fasting or something, or like, a meeting with God. How do you want me to do this? If you want me to keep it going, can you tell me exactly what to do? When I tell you, he's giving strategies. He is giving out strategies. Yep, I have had quiet times when I feel like I didn't hear anything, and it made me feel very frustrated. It really did. And you know what I had to do? And I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't have a fit about it, because I did. I was like, God, like, you got me out here. I'm not hearing anything. Like, what's up? And for me, all I could do was remember that he was my father. That's all I could do. And knowing that he's omnipresent and that he hears my cries. He hears my prayers. That's kind of like one of those times where you just got to be still and know. Psalms 46:10, be still and know. And sometimes that is so hard and so frustrating. But It's not easy. And then also, Patrice, I hope I said your name right. L- Even just like, I don't know what your ministry is, but you know, in addition to taking that day or half of that day and talking to God about it, like see what's really going on in your ministry and what is something that you could do right now that isn't going to take a whole lot of work, a whole lot of time, but what is something that you could do right now in regards to your ministry to keep it up and going and consistent? Because sometimes we overthink and we overanalyze, and it's like, oh, I could just do that. Yeah, it's definitely distractions from the enemy. Ah, it makes me good to feel like y'all have felt that way too. Okay, this ebook is going to change your outlook on that. Hey, this ebook, I'm telling y'all, God gave me the answer. Mm, 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 Okay, so hold up. And you know that he wants to work on me before he starts giving me strategy for my business, and that very well may be true. That very well may be true. And I think that I'm not going to say that you're asking the wrong or the right questions, but I think that when you have so many questions, it can feel like that because there's so many things that we don't know. And when I was feeling like God, like there's so many questions that I have and I haven't necessarily got the answers, or like I don't really know what I'm doing necessarily yet in my business, what I had to do was take the pressure off, okay? Because she, me, her will try to do too much in my own strength. So I had to take that pressure off and remember that, Kavaya, it's okay. You don't know what you're doing yet and you don't know everything because this is something you've never done before. And that's okay. And you know what? Basking in the fact that you don't know what you're doing yet because you've never done it before gave me peace. Instead of being like, got all these questions, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Am I doing this right? Am I asking the right questions? I don't know. And you're just like, sis, relax. This is the process. You don't know everything because this is new to you. And you learn. You have to keep being a student of your craft and what you're mastering. I have to take a little backseat on business for a little bit. Yeah, you have a blog? Okay, when's the last time you posted a blog, sis? I remember my blogger days. Yes, please spend the whole day with God. When I tell you, amazing. Amazing. Like, I need to do it again. I can't wait to do it again. Okay, let me show y'all because in business boot camp, who was it? Was it Roslyn? If you guys were in business boot camp, she inspired me to, because like I would have meetings with God about my business, but she inspired me to have them like once a week. What she does, business meetings with God once a week. So yes, Danny, sister to the sisters. So this is my because I definitely took this from her. I fold the flashcard and I put my brain dump there, all the things I have to do. And then I have a priority list. And then this is the business meeting with God, right? And then I put my questions, all my questions basically, what I need details on, things I want to start. And then I call, when he starts answering me, I call it the agenda. So when God gives me what we need to do, this is the official agenda. And I just write down whatever I feel in my spirit. Excuse me. Danny, that's good. Can I use that as a she who is called notification? That's good because some people don't be feeling like God hears them. God is not deaf. That's a word. That is a word. Yeah. So this is my another one, business meeting with God. Come on, let's talk. And if you don't have a business, it can be something else, like weekly meeting with God about something else that concerns you. Oh, I could use it. Thanks, sis. I like that one. I like that one. I had to get on here because my godson is gone. So I was like, you know what? I'll have a little bit of quiet time, to get on here and talk to girls without him screaming. Any other questions? Y'all, I'm about to be quarantined on my birthday. Yes. Yes. Do I have you on Instagram? I'll tag you. I'm about to be quarantined on my birthday, y'all. I think I'm gonna just get some seafood and some wine. And then I'm like, okay, a part of me wants to order like, a little comfy something to wear around the house. But then I'm like, but who's going to see you, Kavaya? Like, what's the point of ordering a cute, comfy outfit for the house and no one's going to see you? My friend is throwing a virtual party tonight on Zoom because today is her birthday. So I'm going to join hers and I'm going to see like what it's like. I don't know. Because I'm not the life of the party. So I don't know. I know I can take pictures for the gram, right? But then it's like, I don't know. Am I that pressed to just take a picture for Instagram? Like, I really don't know. This is crazy. Your birthday's on Sunday? Oh, sis, what are you doing? It's terrible. But me, I'll be happy with some food. So if I get food, I'll be happy. My birthday is May 5th. It's on Taco Tuesday too. My initial plan was like to host my own Taco Tuesday or go somewhere. I don't know, y'all. How did you know you were doing what God called you to do? Great question. Honestly, things just started to line up. Like, okay, let me see if I can make a short story. So I grew up wanting to be I will, sis. Thank you. I said I grew up. Initially, I wanted to be a dentist, right? So I was going to school with a biology major, thinking I was about to be working in somebody's mouth, and I don't even want to do like that. I can't even imagine me doing that. I would probably gag. So I ended up coming home, took a semester off, and I really just did some self seeking, like, God, I grew up in church. I know that you give people gifts, but what is my gift? Because I didn't necessarily see, like, I didn't have a physical gift. Like, I didn't know how to sing, do hair, do makeup, those things that you kind of see in other people that they're able to do. So for me, I just kind of went on a journey of trying to find myself and figuring out, God, like, what do you want me to they would follow me and come see me from all places over the world, and I was going to speak. And at that time, that was a lot for me, like, as years ago, I didn't really see that. But then I found that as I was seeking God through my journey and I was doing a lot of journaling, and I found that my words were very therapeutic. And I was like, if this is helping me, maybe this can help other people. So I decided to start a blog. and I basically shared those things in my journal, but broke it up into a blog, and people received it well. So I was like, things started to kind of make sense with what had already been prophesied over my life. And then, in due time, over a course of years, God started revealing more stuff. And it all just kind of like made sense, in addition to God whispering things to me. But that process started in 2014. So it's been years since that. And I feel like purpose is a lifetime journey. It isn't a one-stop shop. It isn't just this one moment of, oh, this is what God wants me to do. Like it's going to be a journey of figuring out and going deeper and going to the next level. But for me, I spent that time with God. That was the foundation. And then other things started to build on top of that. But the foundation was journaling, seeking God. I read this book. This was the first book I ever bought for myself, called I think it's called Always Jack It Up. Let me look it up for you real quick. But this book definitely helped me understand my calling and my purpose. Uh, Purpose Awakening by Teray Roberts. It's Sarah Jake's husband. But yeah, that's basically the how. But it's honestly a bunch of things that just add up. But I had to do the seeking. I think I need a snack, y'all. I just wanted to get on here and check in with y'all. See, sis, I got my lemon water. I got my workout fit on. Although I just took a shower. I don't know. I wanted to shower before I worked out for some reason. Yeah, I think that's it, y'all. I think that's it. I love getting on here and just chatting with my sisters. Wait, is that everything? Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, I'll talk to you guys soon. Hope you ladies have a great night and a great weekend. And yeah, I'm gonna probably record a video if I can make this look like something. So there'll be a video on my channel soon. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bye.